Celine Dion can be seen in tears while discussing her battle with stiff person syndrome in a trailer for the Prime Video documentary I Am Celine Dion. Diagnosed in December 2022 with this rare neurological disorder, Dion had to cancel her 2023-2024 tour. In the trailer, she confides, quote, "I'm working hard every day, but I have to admit it's been a struggle," end quote. Breaking down in tears, she adds, quote, "It's not hard to do a show. It's hard to cancel a show. I miss it so much," end quote. More power to you, mama. Watch this.
Ready? Is the sound man okay?
My voice is the conductor of my life. When your voice brings you joy.
Ça va les garçons?
Je t'aime. You're the best of yourself. I need my instrument.
Celine?
911, what's your emergency?
Have been diagnosed with a very rare neurological disorder, and I wasn't ready to say anything before. But I'm ready now.
There were nights when the wind was so cold.
I see my life, and I love every piece of it. When a girl loves her shoes, she always make them fit. From 6 to 10, give it to me. I love them. Here we go.
I finished crying in the instant that you left.
When you record, it sounds great, but when you go on stage, it will be greater. I think we did create our own magic.
There were days when the sun was so cruel.
It's not hard to do a show, you know. It's hard to cancel a show. I'm working hard every day, but I have to admit, it's been a struggle. I miss it so much. The people, I miss them. If I can't run, I'll walk. If I can't walk, I'll crawl. I won't stop. I won't stop.
It's all coming back to me.
Celine Dion's heartbreaking documentary, What Are We All Talking About? Have you seen it yet?
No.
You know, I haven't seen it yet, and I'll tell you why, right? Because first of all my gay boys have already seen it, and they all cried their eyes out, right? And they said it was that heartbreaking, right? You're already telling me I'm gonna cry. I gotta prepare myself to be in that situation.
Right.
So every time I see it, I'm like, oh, I'm not ready. I'm not there yet, or I don't want to be that sad today. You know, when I think of Celine Dion, I think, you know, of a treasure. I think about Titanic. I think about all those songs of hers that, like, you know, made millions and were at the top of the charts. And, you know, every time you talk to a singer and you say, who did you look up to growing up? They always mention Celine, you know? And I'm a little embarrassed that when the story first broke about her illness, I thought it was made up. I thought it was a fake news. And I was like, why would somebody write something so horrible and then name it so weirdly? Like, you understand? Am I saying that right? Because, because the condition is called stiff person syndrome. You know, we're used to, like, you giving me a long word that I can't say for someone's illness, and then they named it that. You know,
stiff person syndrome, and it's been a while. And it's when I think of Celine, I think of like a lot of accomplishments. First of all, I just think of, from when I was small, this lady has been singing and performing at a worldwide level. And all of the things that she's done, including a Vegas residency not too long ago. And at this juncture to have to combat, or like at this point in her life. You know?
And when she's close to retiring and doing her farewell tours and then just like enjoying the rest of her life, for that to happen.
Here's something. And I think this happened on the heels of her husband passing away as well.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. So this is a lot.
Yeah.
So the documentary, you know, I'm pretty sure it's going to show all of her highs, you know, and her shows. But
I got goosebumps.
then now you like this juncture to come up in it. My heart really goes out to
It really
to
does.
the lady.
It really
Like,
does.
wow.
And somebody told me, you know, because I was like, I even got to the point where I told one of my gay boys, like, look, I'm not gonna watch it because my heart breaks for her. So just tell me what happened, right? And he's like, no, you have to watch it, but I will tell you that there is an episode. She has an episode, right? I guess this illness
in the documentary.
in the documentary, and she
because you can't control it.
no, and she made it a point to keep it. Like they gave her the option to take it out of the documentary, but she felt that it was so important for this to be seen by people that she kept it in. And I can only imagine, you know, how awful that episode must have been. You know, but that even speaks volumes as like the character that she is, the person that she is, you know. I just thought she was some Canadian that, like, you know, had everybody up singing, you know what I mean? Like, you know.
And her authenticity and transparency should be applauded. Like that is, I mean, when you're that famous and that rich, you don't have to tell the world.
You don't have to tell
Like
the world shit.
for me,
No.
I would just be like,
You don't. Listen,
I'm retired. Leave me alone.
I would lip sync from then on. You
Yes.
play the track. Nobody knows.
Give
you know?
me a bunch of what do they do at the war ceremonies? Tributes. Like at this point, you should
Yes.
just be
Give me all
tributing
the
me.
yes.
I am legendary.
Yes.
I am Celine.
Give me all the icon, legendary, Vanguard awards.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
do
gonna
all
do.
that.
I won't perform anymore, and nobody needs to know.
Nobody
you know?
needs to know. I'm gonna go home and rest.
And you know,
relax.
and after this, I think around the same time when this was mentioned, maybe not, but it was also like that Justin Bieber was coming out saying that like he had something also wrong with him.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is happening? What is what
when
is
you-
happening to our white entertainers? What's going on with you?
I mean, when for anyone in America, period. But when you're working for so long and so hard, you don't know how much you put your body through.
That
And people don't understand when you're at this level of fame and performance for a lot of these entertainers and artists, they're putting their bodies through a lot. Like, this is not a joke. Like, these people wake up early, work out, work their vocal cords always. They're on special diets. They're shuffled from here to there with their schedules, with interviews and appearances and things. Like, it's just, it's not. And after years and years, that takes some sort of toll. Just like it does on us who work day to day, in and out. If we're not, you know, fully taking care of our bodies, sometimes, you know, it's not easy out there for nobody.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
to stay relevant, make a dollar, make a living, and navigate these spaces.
But you made a good point, though, that it don't matter if you're a millionaire or a superstar, right? Things still happen to you.
Yeah.
And you still need to be upfront and aware about your mental health, about your body. You know, like you said, about the vocals, like, you know, this is a muscle, right? So they have to also make sure.
They gotta work this.
They gotta
work
so-
this. They have to work it. They have to tweak it. They have to get into it. They have to know. They like, she don't sound the way she does just because she woke up and went, ah. No. Somebody trained her.
Yeah.
Who trained them? Who trained them?
Yep.
But this can happen to anybody.
It really could.
Like, doesn't matter. Our money will not comfort us from sickness.
Nope, it will not. So watch the documentary. Let me know what you thought, and tell me at the moment when you started crying, so I could just forward that part.